your problems lay right next to mine. And the green paint, the white sheets, this house we built for you and me. I can't help but repeat the best dreams and we hoped would be reality. But now I know the answer why I toss and turn like it's my fight or flight, like looking up at the sky. And there is so much more than meets the eye. And you said your life was black and blue by keeping all the pain inside of you. I felt I wasn't enough. How can I call it hate if it's not love? If it's not love.
Mic check, 1, 2.
And I know it's not perfect, but I'll try to fix everything we've been wanting, but it is what it is. When you don't act like you cared and I'm left to clean what we bared, I will never understand why you did to Feel the thunder shake the open ground. Won't give in. I'm
Yo, dog, it's the beats lab, paint on the brain. Florida heat, but my chaos won't wane. Tracing lines, fine air, brushing my hand. Not a scientist, but I got the plan. Wash it down like a hobo's dream. Heart pull heavy, but the colors gleam. Twitch stream live, we changing the thrill. Kenny Boucher vibes, bending time to my will. Next level painting, yeah, we breaking the frame. Literal best of all days, no two are the same. Brush spray chaos, we redefine art. Living the beats lab, tearing worlds apart. Mixing pigments like potions, I'm brewing a storm. Art in the chaos, breaking every norm. Hobo life whispers, but I'm tracing gold. Each stroke a story that's waiting to unfold. Airbrush sings like a jet in the sky. Kenny's got the fire, no need to ask why. Florida heat, but we stay ice cold. Next level vibes, watch the magic unfold. Heart pull deep, yeah, the rhythm don't lie. Heart pull deep, yeah, the rhythm don't lie. Heart pull deep, yeah, the rhythm don't lie. Wash away doubt, let the sparks fly. Tracer chasing dreams in the neon glow. Chaos in control, it's the only way to go.
for the crown. Heavy clouds are way above my head, like all of my regrets and things I never said. Now got a feeling, shiver in my bones. Something's coming, but nobody knows. Angels rage, they come down from the sky to fix these broken wings and show me how to fly. I burn the sky. I see the fire in your eyes. I come alive, and I feel like I could spread my wings and fly.
Let's do it!
All day, every day. Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, next level painting, hitting you up on the literal best of all days. Apocalypse UK, the largest man in the United Kingdom, 110 months back to back. Get some love in chat. Chinkuza in chat, legend. What's up, brother? Chappie. Matt Z hyped. Matt Z hyped. What's up, bro? Rancid Vomit, 100 months, another old schooler. Matt is hyped. Chinkuza's an old schooler, man. What you been into, brother? Who that? Tryguard 23, 31 months. Just hopping in for a half hour. Might be back for the end of the stream. Yeah, dude. I know you probably got some dinner or something cool. What you having? Matt is hyped. Says, you got guys around here something for 100 months. You know it's going to be cool. That's right, dog. Nine years in the game. 9 years in the Twitch game. Been longer. Tryguard off to the gym, trying to get swole. What's going on over here? Sorry for the delay. My lady just got home, so I went downstairs to intercept her. Matt is hyped. What we're gonna do today, we're gonna be moving, we're gonna fire up the airbrush a little bit, moving into some of our sub-assembly on this Fulgrim project. Chappie was Chinkuza always painting the wrong way. I think we're going on 10 years now. Yep, he said it. This is gonna be our 10th year on Twitch. And you were there year one. Of course, I'm always painting. I like the wrong way. Chappie dropped the fully finished Plague Marines and Poxwalkers in the Discord. Nice. Can't wait. 23 finished models. Congrats. We'll be setting up for our whip session. Chappie's already ready to go. Oh, we caught a raid while I was AFK for Monument. Oh, shout out to the Monument crew. Must have been right when I went downstairs. Bo's Magic in chat. Oh, Matt, his hype came from the raid. Dead End Hobbies in the chat. What's up, brother? Buddy Funstar just shipped you your package today. Might have got an email about it. Darth Jameson in chat. What's up, player? Camo Specs online. Rhea Prey. Alright, so yeah, today we're gonna lead with some airbrushing as we move into some of the other parts on Fulgrim. Specifically his chest feather thing and his face, hair. Chappy says, anyone else know the emptiness after finishing projects? Yeah. I call that post-project depression. You put all of it into the project. You've got all these tasks, all this direction, and then you complete it. You get the dopamine hit, and then it's like you're strung out afterwards, depressed. This is a real phenomenon in our hobby. So, my first suggestion is come up with a little mini project, like a display board for your 23 models. Deadhead Hobbies, Big Dog, Chinkuza. You still got the Angel? Fuck yeah, dude. The Kabuki Angel. That's amazing. Chappy, sat for 4 hours on your PC. When you sat for 4 hours on your PC, did you feel good or did you feel bad? That's right. Plastic pile of shame, baby. Easy peasy knows. Chappy doesn't have one. Chinkuza, you're not letting anyone have that Angel? Respect. So, like, if the computer or desktop games, if they start drawing your focus, I always advise to pursue that. It's always a good reset. We've got our fall gear promo, exclamation point fall gear. We've got some of these hype new designs, 6 to be exact. Every $100 donated, $120 donated, we will break loose a giveaway. And you can pick from the fall gear list, A through F. It's our January promo with these hot new designs. Anybody just tuning in, of course, big part of our business model is teaching. We've got a lot of classes this week, and I forgot to bring it up. Is my fall gear link working? Yeah, it's working. Bourbon and Bolters is next week. So I won't be here next week, guys. Forgot. Fly out Saturday. Chinkuza, damn, of course you're doing this when you're upgrading your PC. You use your mobile app to join giveaways. Just commands. We'll just do a keyword raffle if it happens. Recoil, yeah. Should have mentioned something. So, I'm stacked on classes for the rest of the week. But I'll be back in operation after next week. So, get signed up, look through the course information, fill out the pre-course assessment form, sign up, exclamation point class. Your dog. Solid weekend. How about you? Still playing that other game? I got to a new high mark in PoE 2. At level 95 the other day. Chappy or Chinkuza says it's more about I want to donate I'm spending good money. Oh, I'd see. It's more of like a money thing. Bro. He's like, he'll give me shit if I don't put anything in Discord for 2 weeks. Chappy. Man, it's a class that doesn't got. Oh no, I teach classes online, like through Patreon. I've been teaching for like 8 years. I have a full course curriculum, syllabus. Graduated over about 400 students. Teleeducation. I don't teach it at Adepticon. We run the long war doubles, so like I'm busy with that. We have 180 teams this year for our podcast sponsored doubles event. We've been running it for a long time, 8-9 years. And we sold out in 30 seconds. 180 teams. Might be one of the biggest. It might be the premier event at Adepticon this year. Once human. That's right. That's the name of the game. Nordog. Chikuz, I appreciate your support as always. Yeah, I might have to check that out when I get back. I just kind of burned out finally. Because we had like the 2 seasons. The Diablo 4 season hit. And the PoE 2 season hit. So I ran through both like a madman. And now I'm like feeling good. And went into they opened up the leaderboards finally on Diablo 4. I went in, got like top 500. Did a couple runs, and I was like, "Oh, this would be nice if it was on launch." Because now I'm out of steam. I'm out of energy. Now all I care about is Warhammer again, because Bourbon and Bolters. Which is our luxury wargaming event in the Outer Banks next week. Recoil says, so no stream next week. We'll try and stream the Long War. Yeah, me and Mike, I'm bringing my Roadcaster. And we're going to set it up and see if we can get it to work on my laptop. I've got like or my wife's laptop. It's like a dope gaming laptop. So, we'll try to set it all up on the Lappy and do a podcast from the event. What's DBD? Chinkuza. Lord Dog. Did you burn out this season, or are you like still burnt out from last season? Dead by Daylight? What kind of game is Dead by Daylight? Oh, you're still burnt out from last season? I've always got a season in me. You know, like I'll blast, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good. But then, you know, the next season, I'm blasting again. They got me dialed in, dog. Oh, Dead by Daylight's that survival game. I know what you're talking about. Replay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Kind of reminds me of like the old Left 4 Dead games when you did PvP with those. All right. Exclamation point class, exclamation point fall gear. We got all this gear. You can look at an imager. This is our January loot. Let's run over to the money shot. Mess with the exposure. Yeah. So this is where we're at. So, I feel like I'm a little bright up here. Hold on. Add a little bit of warmth. Takes a second to dial the colors in on this.
I've been too comfortable, feeling nothing at all. Think it's time for a change. I've been afraid of nerves, figured they'd only hurt. I just need to have
Okay, I think we got something. Crazy, what's up, brother? Recoil, there's still spots? Yes, technically, but it'd be pretty. That's a hard swing. You could. There's definitely a couple spots open. But I doubt anyone would pull the trigger on it. Like you'd have to have already cleared a week, and you know what I mean. So this is where we're at. If you're curious about how we did this yellow, this ultra yellow configuration, it's on Patreon right now. Got a full edited suite on how we achieved that yellow. And now we're off to some of our sub-assembly parts. And we did break them into multiple pieces. We started on the, we gotta move that compressor. We started on the most detailed part for sure. Seeing as the chest would take the most time, it would require the most focus. So we wanted to hit that first because knowing myself, I would 100% slack because the body, it's gonna be just a lot of good airbrushing, the wings, a lot of good airbrushing. So if I came to the body, and if I came to the chest at the end, I feel like I would have lazied out with some of the details. just rinse this pot. Chappie says, I hope there's going to be some vlogging going on at B&B. Can never attend, but you're interested in it. Yeah, we actually have a film crew. It's going to be there. And said me and Haspel are gonna do a live podcast on Wednesday. And like Goobertown Hobbies is gonna be there, so I'm sure he's gonna be doing some reels and stuff, some content. Casey, eBay Miniature Rescues will be there. He'll probably be doing the same thing. I'm feeling good about that. So now let's talk about, he's got the chest emblem. He's got some cape, some like loose flaps. Of course, this mane. So we're gonna do some airbrushing for sure. Okay, now the hair. We definitely want a cool color. So one of my go-tos for like working into a cool white is simply faded ultramarine. I'm gonna try this cocktail. Feel like, yeah, no, I'm gonna just stick to what I do. Bold titanium. Stir that up. Just a little flow improver. Maybe a little moisture from the pot here. We're just gonna raw dog this pretty much. So what we're trying to do here is just set up a base coat. Just pulling the trigger back a little. Staying in frame. Normally I'd be a little further away. But I am trying to stay in frame. So what we really care about is getting this hair looking beautiful. We're gonna have to build that up a little bit. So this is just our base coat, which is faded ultramarine mixed with white. Now, since we have such a warm, hot color, so these robes are two-sided. So I'm pretty sure this is the inside right here. Oh, that's wild. I'm just gonna kind of just spray to get that repositioned. Spray some of this same exact color interior cloth. Back to the main. And that would be a bitch to paint by hand. And Chappie's like, I use flow improver, but frankly, I don't really know why. As Reappraise says, it slows the dry time down. It is dry retardant. And because of that, the way it breaks up the surface tension and slows the dry time down, it will lead to less clogs in your airbrush. A lot of your clogs are from it drying too fast. Okay. Let's take this. Little dirty paint water. Now I want to flip the script a little bit. I want to take the white blue, put an eyeball in this. And I'm getting a little curious. What would happen if I put a squirt of jade in there? A little bit of white. This has kind of been speaking to me as I've been sitting here. I'm gonna use my little mag valve. Let's run back to the hair. We're gonna hit the tips. So we're getting some nice, like, interesting shadows. Not trying to repaint it all. I want some of that blue to live in there. And I want to introduce this kind of minty color. Here. Just give it a bit of a transition. I'm gonna go a different direction on the robes. Just a little white back in the pot, just a little wet with a little dirty paint water, a little flow improver. Blast it a little bit. Back the needle out, just kind of get it set. Turn the light down. Bring some of that white in. Beat Dominator. All right, looking good. Feathers. Perfect. Now, I'm gonna take these and move them out of the splash zone. Dominator. Although salamanders. Recoil. Yeah, she's home. She just got back from her Tuesday chiropractic for sciatica. So what we want I'm gonna grab this same faded ultramarine, same white we used. But I'm gonna start pouring in something strange. Maybe some bright ivory. Says, yeah, no, green. Took a break to paint some T-Suns. Oh, shit. Excited to see that. All right, we're going to spray some of this new cocktail. Over that kind of light blue we created. So I have this like kind of warm, cool thing going on, which I like. Always think that's fun to do. Wait. Says, is there any considerations I need to take before airbrushing metallic? Not necessarily. I mean, you just gotta clean your airbrush the same as always. Maybe just a little bit cleaner once you move off of metallics. Than normal. Remember too that metallic paints, you know, require opacity to really look good. So, gotta kind of raw dog them, kind of brute force them through the airbrush to get them to look nice and shiny. Beat downers to saw thumbnail your Fulgrim so far. Excited to see the workup. There's the ultra yellow right here. And now we're moving off to the sub-assembly pieces. Let's grab some more of the ivory. Bright ivory. Little flow improver up in there. Touch of water. Get a nice little fade. Okay. Dry. Be dominant. Says the yellow's fantastic. Thanks, man. Got the edited video on that yellow already up on Patreon. Get some of this ivory out of the pot. Probably good enough. Now what I want probably like they're doing like a burgundy, which I like. Kind of a burgundy. I think I'll do the same. We'll just raw dog it. So we're gonna try to angle cheat so we can spray clean burgundy, and I'm being careful not to move my airbrush left and right or this cape at all. So now I'm going to rotate like this. That. Try to get this side done so we can keep this side done. Just creating less work for us as we go. Get some of that tack off. Same thing. Let's get an angle, stick to it. Move, stop, spray. Stop, move, spray. Okay. Now we want to highlight that. So let's try, let's put a little bit more burgundy in the pot. Maybe a little magenta. Maybe a drop of pink. Full improver. A little water. Stir it up. Let's get it black. Let's blast it out a little bit. It's my baby. What's wrong, baby? Oh, my phone went off. Yes, she hates it when my phone goes off. She's like, who are you talking to? She says, what's her name? You guys experience that in your house? She'd be joking. All right, we're going to try to highlight it in two places. Center, bottom. Center, bottom. And they're Rottweiler. Okay, same thing. Kind of right here in the center, bottom. Don't move it. Keep that angle. I'm going to slightly shift. Right there. Still looking good. Still looking good. What's up with pop-up deals, baby? George, your little headset, baby? You gonna do some dailies? Oh, I see. Papa Diaz type. I understand. So I told her Hispanic family over New Year's, like my top 4 favorite Spanish words. And they all got a kick out of it. Bob Weiler in chat, what's up, brother? Chappie says, would be an easy cheat on. Oh, wait, he's saying mine would be easy to cheat on. She's so trusting in me. Ooh. I'll let her catch you saying that shit in chat. I'm trying to die. Seeing the ABC 2020s. My life's perfect. All right, so we brighten it up with some of that pink. Okay, let's get it loaded up. It's good. So I want to give it a nice kiss right here. We don't want to repaint. We just want to kind of give it some excitement down there at the bottom, right here in the center. Let the airbrush do the heavy lifting on this big flowing robe. Now, a lot of times, I would get very much more saturated than that. And add more pink. I'm not interested in getting more saturated, just interested in getting more bright. So this pink will desaturate it. But the reason I'm not concerned with saturation on this fabric is in their box art, it's very saturated. But they have a much more desaturated presentation on his torso. I have a preposterous, ludicrously saturated presentation on the torso. So a lack of saturation in the robes that kind of frame them and the wings would be advisable to in continuity to the highest truth of all, which is contrast. If everything's saturated, nothing's saturated. See, I'm even trying to run a highlight down that seam right there. Then we'll just do anything by hand that we need to afterwards. So that just saved us 1 billion seconds. Airbrush cheating 101. Just sprayed this. It jostled it. I didn't like that. Okay, that's good. Let's reset. Templar says, I thought the highest truth was don't paint things you can't see. Okay. Let's rephrase. The highest scripture in our color theory world, contrast, highest truth. In our physical hobbying, the mechanical state, the act of doing, don't pay shit you can't see. These are like completely different books in the same, in the same, you know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Somebody who's got Bible school like skills. Like these are two different books. It's like the book of painting and the book of theory, right? The book of spirits. You know, like it's like one of is a spiritual concept, one's a physical concept. We phrase that to be as insulting as possible to someone who just casually jumped in on this conversation. Okay, robe's looking good. Prepped. 1 billion seconds saved. I'm going to come back to these later. I don't give a shit about these right now. Going over here. Precariously perched on this box. Any moment could fall. Nothing will happen. We'll be fine. A sacred scroll of next level painting. That's right. Just tidy up the airbrush. Run some cycles on simple green through it. Disconnect. Cut the compressor. Relocate this compressor. Airbrush out of the way. Put some alcohol rubbing alcohol on this paper. Use that to get some of this paint off my hands. It's gonna bother me. I don't get it all off. Especially like how it sits on my finger pads and on my nails. Right here.
I tried one too many times to find the peace missing with you. I tried one too many times to find the
Something just sits on the fingerprint of my finger. It will bother me. Definitely a sensory explanation for it. Okay. We got airbrush maintenance achieved. Base coats established. Cute transitions. Pretty colors. Now let's pull out looking at my dry brushes. This one's nice and soft. This one. Okay, I'm going to use this brush first. Squirt out a little white. Using my big soft round dry brush from Monument Hobbies. Get some of that excess moisture off. B-Dominator says, love going for the insane contrast. B-Dominator speaks the same language I do if you've seen his salamanders. Using this model to get the excess off the brush. Now what we're going to do is lightly dry brush against the grain here. Moving straight back. His hair is a prime candidate. Good dry brushing. Even this feather should work pretty well. Just moving across, putting highlights against both sides. Catch a little bit more white. Gonna load up a little harder on the hair. Bless you, baby. Hair is a strong dry brush palette. Like, it's so good for dry brushing. Be a little bit more aggressive. Perfect. We've got the shadows embedded in there. This wing, same thing. Move up. This way gets the bottom level. See a little of this. Mostly, you can't see much. Get around for the handle. No idea. Just gonna use this. Excited to put this on them. Gonna lightly rinse the dry brush off. Amidst the two air drying. Recoil. Is there a new Horus Heresy hand ground I didn't see? Have not recoiled. Didn't even know about it. Now, the frame of this wing is like is the same as his armor. So let's pull out some magenta. You sent me a link. They just made it like the Fulgrim version 40K one. So it's just the same model, but impossible to ever transport to any place you ever go to. Okay, we're gonna take some raw magenta. Using our careful heart pull technique, we're gonna paint the trim. I'm not getting all the way to the seam there because it's very much at risk of putting it in the white feathers that I don't want to. So we're just gonna move it right up to that position and then stop. Using higher opacity, lower moisture, small stipples and heart pulls. I'd like to get as much of this done right now in this cork handle as we can. And then stick it on them. Go boy, you still looking for a room? Airbnb. I think most people booked out their rooms November. I think that's when they open the blocks. And now this part of his tilt shield, as we learned its name, is visible from the mounted position, but slightly. It would be nearly impossible to paint after we glue it on. Let's brush off a little bit. Buddy Funster in chat. Yeah, and the hotel seems to be, honestly, the hotel seems, I don't know what the situation is, but the rooms are definitely a downgrade from our last place. We used to be able to get like an ADA room attached to like a suite for our event. Our team, which we still do, it's just not the same. So it'll be like me, Rob, Arthur, and my wife. Last year it was like, go boy, remember it was like a maid's quarter attached with a Murphy bed. That's right. Like, which is fine, but like we're trying to like also host some meetings and team powwows and stuff, you know. Used to have plenty of room. I downgraded to my smaller brush. I'm gonna get right up against the rail now. There's raw dog in it. Care about the other side. You can't see it, don't paint it. The infamous Murphy bed. You remember it well, Bill Boy. 90% proof team meetings. Yep. You know, I got a little pizza party afterwards. That infamous No Hobo t-shirt was snapped of me on that Murphy bed and basically in a floor pizza party in our hotel room. Rob did get us the other hotel this time, Bill Boy, just to see if it's any better. One of the other hotel attachments.
Take this mild drug and you will have a nice sleep without any nightmares. You're among friends here. You must trust me.
Okay, so now the trick is to add white. Grab a little noosh. There it is. Hiding. Go boy, you guys are gonna have a new member on your painting team.
In a time when lawmen were outlaws, a thief, a cutthroat, and a valiant
So we added some white.
enemy of a new kind. Through the uncharted lands of the West, a fistful of men ride for the
I'm not even trying to blend it, guys. I'm just putting the highlight where it needs to go. We're using a little noosh in the mix. Try to get the frame edged out a little bit. Said, oh yeah, I missed something. Eileen's gonna be there. Let me tell you something, bro. She's the world's most helpful human.
Tonight, an unsettling tone.
So, she,
The sound makes the horses shriek in fear.
you know, when we're in all those moments where we have to do all that big work, should have seen her at LVO. But the difference is we have 180 teams. Did I tell you, maybe we have 180 teams?
Now staring into the sky, the stars dissipate to make way as a mechanical beast makes its descent towards the Earth. In galaxies and space, again as old as time, fear finds a way into the heart of every man. The black water.
So that's good. So that's a dark, bright, dark. I think I can just do a little right here. I'm not really blending. I'm working aesthetic. See that line shape. Doughboy says that's cool. My wife can't make it this year. Spring break is over by then. Oh yeah, Eileen took the days off. That makes sense. His wife's a teacher too, baby. Oh yeah, that's our favorite. Being off for 2 weeks. She said something hilarious today. She went to her chiropractor every Tuesday, as you guys know. And last week she had an adjustment. And she was like, "I don't know. I think the adjustment fucked me up." That's all I heard of it. She did a whole scientific experiment though, and she's like, "No, it turns out being away from work for 2 weeks makes my body feel good. Immediately coming back to work made my body feel bad." And I was like, "That's the scientific theory." She's like, "All right, so the only information she had last Tuesday was chiropractor didn't make me feel as good as I should have. I feel worse now, and I keep getting worse. It's because she's back at work. 2 weeks off was dope." Bro, guys, sometimes I see her on the Live 360 app. It shows it when she gets to work. And then, it'll say things like, been at location since. It's very normal. When she gets to work, it says walking around location or walking by location sits is the way it phrases hers. And I'll check in. It's been like she's been there since 8 a.m. And I'll be like, been walking around, the street of her school. And it's like, been walking around this street since 8 a.m. And it's like 4. I was like, bro, it hasn't stopped. Like, how many steps did you put in today? You know what I mean? Tall as UK, what's up, bro? Okay, now let's go to this other plane right here. Mostly it's a different viewing angle. So we're going to keep it the same. I need to pop this out of the tack. Right here. Be Dominator, you still there? So we're using Noosh in this capacity because it helps me keep the brush load correct. It slows the dry time down as well, but it also helps me lower the opacity without adding moisture, so I can kind of quick glaze. Recoil, yeah. Sometimes this tack, like when it's hot in here, bro, is just like so sticky. Yeah, let's add more white to our puddle. Run a tracer. Move inside right here with some heart pulls. So all we're doing is just adding more white progressively to the magenta concoction. Stop. Hey, Dominic, I need to buy some new brushes. Mine are 10 years old and trash, bro. What you need some new brushes? I have an affiliate link. Monument brushes. Exclamation point monument. This is my 18-0 that I get from King Art. I don't have any kind of affiliate with them. This is King Art 18-0 round. It's been like my secret paintbrush for years. I got a drawer of them. They keep raising the prices though. Now they're $10 each. They used to be like $4. Okay, more white. We're gonna get a tracer here. We're trying to get that bottom shelf. A little noosh. Right there. Big Quell. Thank you and your students spike King Art sales. Yeah, we did. It's been years, and I think they've been slowly seeing this uptick. You have to assume it's probably like the least popular artist brush on their website. They're not miniatures. And a brush this small is not really that common in a lot of canvas art. Let's get a better mid-tone, some more of the magenta, the white. Moisture. Let's rinse it. We're gonna do a whip session after we're done with this magenta action to yellow. We're gonna take pure white. Catch some of these rails a little bit more intensely. Catch a little bit of love right here. It's a little angle. Bulldog, what's up, man? Says, why not paint white? There's just some clickbait. There's just some clickbait AI shit, dog. Dar Jameson, it's nice having a new job. I can paint again. I'm glad to hear that, bro. Let's grab a little bit of transparent yellow. Ready to pray. Gotta go get some sushi. Let's grab a little moisture. A little noosh. Transparent yellow. I'm gonna use this. And glaze it gently. Over our magenta. Water, little noosh. Transparent yellow. Bulldog says, oh well, I was wondering how else to pearl green on top, pearl underneath, and in blue from the sides. Pearl, how to pearl green? What do you mean, like like you're talking about like a candy coat, like a metallic finish, like cat eye? My wife just said. I want to see what that looked like. Probably gonna do a little bit more to it. Looking for the old transparent red. New one. Is it up here? Yep. Yeah, like that. Well, a typical rule of thumb, Bulldog, is just, you know, establishing a hard metallic base coat. Like super opaque, glittery metallic base coat. And it can be gold or silver. Gold probably works really good too. And then you're just gonna lightly glaze the color over it. Take some transparent red, mix it in with the magenta. Like I should have done this first. I'm gonna have to definitely gonna touch parts of the model I don't want to. Some white. Add it into the mix. Go back a step. Just run small heart pulls. Let that dry for a minute. Recoil says you can also use chrome. Chrome works. Yeah, the shinier, the more reflective, the better. Chrome slaps. Get a little bit more of our transparent yellow while that's drying. I want a little bit more coverage here at the darker sections. Up here. Wouldn't that be more like powder coating? Wait, I don't know what that is. It's not a thing I do on miniatures. That's what I know. Bulldog. I will also say though, like as a miniature painter, pearlized colors, candied colors, I personally don't feel have a place at 32 millimeters. I think they're a quick way to essentially ruin 32 millimeter. Because I don't feel like the scale is big enough to allow that real world effect to be visible because of how light works and how small the actual real estate is for refracting the light. And you never really have the proper lighting conditions to see it correctly. So you're gonna look really good when you're painting it here on your desk, and then you're gonna put it on your shelf, take it somewhere, and you're gonna play with it in a game store, and it's gonna just look like shiny red, shiny green. It's not gonna actually have what you want. Now, large scale figurines, yeah, that's different. But like 32 millimeters, I feel like 99% of the time it's the wrong choice. Waldo's in the house. I just sent you some swag too, brother. 85-inch TV. You got me on the big screen, dog. All right, so this is what we want to do. We want to get like a half moon highlight of white right here. And you want really good line aesthetic. Good shape, you know? Just let that dry. We can wet blend it if we want, but like you actually don't have to. You can just layer it.
There is no past, there is no future. Only now, only now.
Request says with a gem that big, you could here try to simulate a pearl. No, never even thought of that effect. I'd have to study it. So that was almost white. Let's take a little magenta. Add it to the white. A little noosh. Touch of water. And we're going to do follow up. We're going to collide with the white that we just made. There. Gonna add more magenta. Collide with that line that we just made. Now we're going to go all the way back to where it's almost white. Really lower the opacity. Plenty of water. Take some of that moisture off. Gonna run it right between the two highlights. Kind of blur them a little bit. You see the brush tip Waldo's on your 85? That's crazy, dog. Let's take a little bit of transparent red, a little water. Start glazing this in. Lower the opacity a lot. Kind of carve into our highlight again. Skinny it up just a little bit. Let that dry. Wanted to add more saturation to the gem. On the top side though, this is where you have to start getting ambitious. I think it would be really fun to bring in dark blue. Chappie. Oh, you want me to see your models? When are you? How many minutes before you go to bed? Give me a timer. Oh, I'm like in the middle of something. Just pull that. Is it 20 minutes? I will have your whip up on screen in 10. Eileen is advocating for you. Bulldog says, just seen the color scheme applied to black and white. Figured there was a reason to paint miniatures like that. Thanks for being a good sport. No worries, man. Let's take the magenta, transparent red, mix the dark blue in. Create a top shadow. More magenta. More magenta, way less blue. That's right, she is the community chaos champion. You're the people's champion, baby. Getting that top shadow is clutch. Let's rinse it. And I use the dark blue for that. That's a little bit more magenta. Water that down. Blur some of this out in the mid-tone. Go back to white plus magenta. Clean that up. We'll do one last brush stroke and then we're off to the whips. She's the community chaos champion. I'm the champion of community chaos, though. Recoil. Dominator, I'm curious to do some painting of gems that aren't crescent shaded. Like the cones. Yeah, it's the same. You apply the same rule to whatever the shape is. We've done some cracks actually recently for my chaos. Here's a little white. Okay, that's a good stopping point for whip. Exclamation point whip. Yeah, actually, we did it on our chaos. Possessed. We did these jutting crystals out of all their bases, and we did something. They're all cracked up. We had to do some of that on it. It was fun. Be Dominator. Right, let's get our first sneak peek, the quick dry fit. How's that, baby? Oh, you're not looking. See on the screen? Yeah. It's fancy, right? He's Fulgrim fancy. Whip time. Chappie lives in Germany. He just finished 23 miniatures. Did you see? Guys, did you hear her? So they'll never know. No one will ever believe me. I turn up in a ditch. Alright. Let's queue up Discord. Yeah, when they have cracks, beat Dominator. You gotta edge highlight more. But I think that kind of edge highlight is easier than curved edges. There he is, all base Poxwalkers. Poxwalkers are just too much fun to paint. Even in batches of 10. Legman's first model painted since I started in July. Not entirely happy because batch painting them as 10 made me rush. Not appreciate all the details, but I think it's okay for gaming. Chappie just started in July. It's like your kill team. What is this? 23 is a lot. So maybe it's something else. Combat Patrol. Yep, Poxwalkers look great. Yep. Clothing looks good. Let the wash do the most of the job, like I mentioned. They're beautiful. Faces look great. Here's the Dirty Mike and the boys right here. A black rim on them, Chappie. Yeah. You can either paint it black, or if these are GW bases and that's just paint overspray on the base, I just use rubbing alcohol and a paper towel to just wipe the paint off the base. Dirty Mike and the boys. This one's Dirty Mike right here. The guy right there with his gaping crevasse in his chest. That's the boys. Fantastic. It's incredibly nostalgic. Feeling that you have right now, Chappie, makes me happy because like I can tap into that feeling of like finishing my first Plague Marine unit and taking it to the game store and feeling so good back in the day. Recoil, yeah, I agree. Let's see. Chappie, I played Plague Marines back when this right here was the standard kit. This was what we bought on sprue. Plastic. So like your rank and files, 5 and 10 in a box. Every one of them, Chappie, looked like this. There was no deviation. Plague Knife, bolter. So you had to do a lot of painting to make that look good. And so my first unit was like that. And then at the time, they sold blisters, so you filled out your special weapons like this right here. These are some guys in blisters. And this is great. So whoever took that's a great comparison. Bro, I had this guy. This is my favorite dude right here. Right here. That guy was my dude because he had like a wood bolter. This little melted guy, we used to get him in metal sprues. Here's the box. And I did my best to paint him like the box back in the day. So I get the like nostalgia of completing this unit and feeling so good about it when I look at your Marines. Beautiful. Congratulations. A project complete, brother. Easy peasy lemon squeezy with the resub, 32 months. Beat Dominator with a new project. Says he's been working on 1,000 Suns. Classic Beat Dominator style right here. Classic Beat Dominator. Easy peasy came in just in time. Right. Beat Dominator likes the dark's dark and the light's light. Man after my own heart. You heard a bearded man with tattoos say that once? Must have stuck. Dark Jameson, the first fully painted should be worth 100 Yodogs from your lady's Yodog pool. Alright, recoil, first one of the Sacred Skull. Beautiful work, Beat Dominator. Make the dark stuff dark and the bright stuff bright. It is a big deal. Dark Jameson. Alright, give me a second, guys. Go take a leak real quick. Drink a couple beers, and I gotta go. So give me like less than 5 minutes, like 2 minutes. BRB. Post those whips.
System diagnostics. Machine status fully operational. System online. All stations are now enabled. Dogma resistance. Operation overkill.
Back. Catching up on chat. Agrippa, what's up, brother? Back in the game. Ten models left in your Dark Angels. Stephen Musket. We're doing whips right now. Be Dominator. Yo. Speaking of Stephen Musket, working on his glazing technique. We just did our glazing class. Working on his homework. Makes me happy to see. The group all that's left are Azrael, his Watcher, and 6 inner circles. The granddaddy himself. The Lion. What you got here? First Death Guard airbrush workup using the Banhammer recipe. Beautiful. Stephen Musket takes my classes. He just got into 201. We're working on our glazing technique. He already did his airbrushing classes and his edge highlighting classes. Can't wait to see you apply some of that glazing to some of your old Templar models. Rottweiler, you started Project Dark Angels after Adepticon, or starting after Adepticon. 25 years since you painted a Dark Angel. Do not wash the green. If you do, you oil only. Stephen Musket. Vehicles like this are all about the paint wash. You're going for this color. Rottweiler. These are the infiltrators? Is that what these are? That's a great shirt idea. Now you just have to get that image recoil off of a shirt into a high res file. Maybe we're going to MegaCon, right? Yeah, we're going. Mom was just asking me. Oh, we gotta come up with costumes. I think it's February, right? Beautiful work as always, Rottweiler. And we got some obligatory Rottweiler food picks coming up. Grippa. Nice. Nice work, Rhea Prey. Or recoil, sorry, cut. The Scots. Stephen Musket. Put my ADHD brain in paralysis after the glazing class. I want to go back to painting Templars and Imperial Fist now. Do all that robe action. I like this texture. Agrippa's robe. It's nice. Rottweiler, you've been having ADD brain, been relocking in. Gotta finish Ultras, then 2K Spaceballs for Adepticon team. Savage. I love these guys. Job, Agrippa. Rottweiler. Oh shit, he put some shrimp on his grill. This be looking good. Go boy. 3D printed a Thunderhammer. Go boys, beat slap. This thing's badass. Oh, and you got a new cabinet, Go Boy? You put your Ultras in it? Bro, you painted all this for Adepticon last year. I have a strong suspicion you haven't touched any of them since last Adepticon. Added a paint stroke, added a blade of grass to a base. I mean, he did get his dope ass Vindicators all sorted out. As we played our game, it was amazing because he hadn't paid an army in 20 years. We did 1,500 points. He committed. He got it together. And we played a game. So now you have to set it for 2,000 points. Go, boy. For Adepticon. You need to get your Vindicators done. Added some Eradicators in Calgar. Oh, he did it. He added a couple guys. All right. I just want to see you get 2,000 points ready now. Rottweiler. We haven't played our game yet. $21 bet. Me and Rottweiler's con game, which we always end up scheduling, but then going off to dinners or going to the bars or something comes up. Paint class sometimes. Good job, Go Boy. I'm happy. 25 years ago. Bro, I can't wait. Look at this. I love it that you have these models. Ezekiel. That's right, Recoil. Keep stringing them along like I'm J.R. Martin. Oh, look at Chappie over here. Want some sponge chipping? Some streaks. Crazy. Real Hobo hours. 38 months. Let me get some love. Did you guys see my recent whip on Instagram? You guys see this heat? Finally got the IKEA cabinet built. For one very specific purpose. Finally got the Polly Pocket cabinet on display. It's distorting people's algorithms. People are getting Polly Pocket ads now. I've seen them. These are like the ones Eileen had as a kid. When she collects something, she doesn't fuck around. You guys should see her Game Boys. She has like all the Game Boys, and she has like the Pikachu edition, I think Game Boy Advance. But that was what it looked like, guys. Sorting all the Polly Pockets. Which is exactly like our hobby. Setting them all up, get their little displays, put the little people where they go. Recoil, right? It's such a dope. It's like, I'm not into, obviously, Polly Pockets, but like, seeing a Polly Pocket display is pretty impressive. It's like no different than like a sick G.I. Joe display, you know, like. Chappy, do I build those? No. This is not my hobby. My hobby is enabling hobbies. That was the big excitement in the Beats Lab over the weekend. And you can see one of my displays is empty right now. Right here. Because I just packed up some minis for Bourbon and Bolters. Recoil says he keeps trying to get those PJs for her. Is it Polly Pocket PJs? Oh, yeah, the Australian ones. No luck on the 5th attempt. It's like Australian Target. Is that what it is? Australian Walmart. Bro, if you somehow luck into that, bro. Mazza. I did not see that, but a couple people referenced that in my Polly Pocket post. So remember I mentioned that there's somebody else out there who likes Polly Pocket? Apparently her deal is she wants to convert a war toy version of Polly Pocket into 40K. Jameis, first fully painted Polly Pocket army can have 100 Yo Dogs from my stash. All right, we got about 28 minutes left, guys. Final four is wide open. Exclamation point fall gear. We got the new designs to give away. We just have to move the Baker bar. Bradley, it was Space Wolf theme? Wait, did this Polly Pocket thing already happen? It's wild. No, it was already created. It wasn't. I thought it was the theory stage. Well, that's amazing. Let me How do I find it? Somebody find me a picture of it.
More than whispers in the dark. The last time is always on my mind. I'm sorry, that's all we got.
Anybody just tuning in? Big giveaway. These 6 designs for 2026 January collection. Our Craft World, our Skeletor Orc, our Bohemian Rhapsody Blood Angels, our Next Level Painting Nirvana, and our The Muppets Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. These are our selections for winners. Bradley.
If you found yourself here in this
Okay.
weird little corner of the internet, then it's probably because, just like me, you are more than slightly obsessed with Warhammer and miniature painting too. But I have a little bit of a secret,
Okay, so
and that is that Warhammer
here she
and miniature
is.
painting aren't
She
my
did it.
only hobbies, and there's one hobby in particular that I have actually never shared on this channel. Since I can remember, I have absolutely loved toys, and all through my teens and in my adult life, I've still collected them, restored them, and
All
even
right.
repainted them, from Sylvanian families and classic nostalgic 90s toys. I got you a really cool friend because other Mighty Max.
Do we
Mighty
have-
Max playsets were made by Bluebird, who
Oh,
also
Mighty Max
produced Polly
Hammer.
Pocket, and they kind of brought the same miniature.
Wait, you talking about
toy
Mighty Max? Or are you talking about Polly Pocket? That's different.
Now, before we crack into making all my dreams come true, the point of this was the playset of all of its 30 years of grind.
I
I
mean,
even had to like chop
that's
green
cool.
covers and dark fuzzy or weird.
but that's
or
Mad
something, or
Max.
in
I mean,
my
Mighty
opinion,
Max.
Yay! After all the big glowy details were put
That's
in,
not
I
Polly
quickly
Pocket.
went around the
Swing and a miss. Polly Pocket. Not Mighty Max. No worries. You don't have to apologize. Crazy sculpting capes on the models. I don't know any guides about that now. Sorry. Mighty Max was a ripoff, dog. Polly Pocket was OG. But still cool. And like real talk, I loved Mighty Max. Like, I was a huge fan of the cartoon as a kid. And that character, Norman, like I love that dude, bro. They actually did the Wizard magazine used to have this like contest where you did a kit bash of like a toy, and I converted like the 12-inch tall Bishop into Norman and submitted it. It didn't get in, but like. All right, let's get that on there. Recoil Wapple created 3D resin printed Lord of the Rings gummy bears. Made a few AI picks one day of some, and he ran from there. Bro, Recoil, you live like a whole other life, like a secret AI life. Trying to get a little super glue on this. Finally. Been wanting to get that on his chest for fucking ages. That slaps. Look at how that ties in his chest so well. Recoil, you do. James and I are AI nuts, bro. This shit we do is dope. I know, dude. You wrote me whole songs. Damn, I'm trying to turn some lights off. So you can see this white. Unknown writer, thank you for the follow. So that's a big milestone. We've got the head as well. We chose the armored face. We're gonna have to definitely separate some of the features on that mask. So he's got like a crown. Recoil, you make bar reliefs. They look amazing when he paints them up. Made a cool Ultraman ones earlier. The hell, man. Amazing. Okay, so here's what I'm saying right here. Gotta get this part separated. See? It's out of frame. Also got a chin strap.
Nobody else wants in on the top fee? Fine by me. Kenny, I'll take their shirt. Bums won't even sign up for the classes.
It's my man Steven Musket. Some love in chat right there. 125 at the chat. We have some Final Four action now. One of my star students. He also, Steven Musket, has like a bit of a lower jaw situation here. Kind of like an Iron Man mask. So I kind of want to keep that, right? That exterior separated from that interior. You can make actual amazing looking miniatures from scratch using AI now. A few images we make up first. Recoil, is that like using some of that software that can basically turn a 2D image into a 3D image? So we're going to want this inside of the interior of his mask. I'm going to use the dark blue to frame it. 'Cause that's the color of like his secondary muscles and stuff that we painted. Separate his ab plates and stuff. I just want to kind of lock it in now. Oh, I knew that would happen eventually. I knew his little head would pop off. So yeah, we want that outside gold. You see, just like right here, we want kind of, well, that's what I'm going for. This dark frame by gold that you see on his abdomen. Wow, that's amazing recoil. And the other big thing I'm going to try to set up with 13 minutes is the horns, which should probably, I'm thinking about using the wizard butt for that, what we used on the swords. 12 minutes left. Plenty of space in the final four. Exclamation point fall gear. Pulling out the big brush, rinsing it. Just getting the brush soap off the brush. Gonna get it tight. Don't care if I get this on the helmet, because we haven't even painted the helmet. Try to avoid the hair though. Like I said, this is the color we used on the blades. So there's a bit of a tie in there. And there's some dry brush real estate on these horns. And then we've got these end caps, which will repaint gold. These things right here. Kind of like the whip. Getting it all kind of locked in. To help visualize it. Obviously, the pink frame on his helmet will be gold, as is the way of this project, just like all this. And then the face will be highlighted up similar to this zone right here. See how that. I see what happened. What happened is that I glued my support inside this neck hole. Now I gotta clear that glue out.
Final one what?
Reappraise. Final one what? So you see, I feel like a lot of what we paint, you don't see if you look right at his prime viewing angle. Because he lurches forward like pretty far on his mount. And let me get some love in the chat for my man Reappraise. Request says you were listening to the song you wrote, me and my wife, for the wedding. It's a cool song. Had a blast writing lyrics, the melody, bro. Your songwriting skills are at a control for with AI. So he leans real forward. So we got to make sure we spend some time making sure this looks great. Okay with that, baby? What time? Oh shit, it's already 9. Love you, baby. But I don't want to put that on him though, just yet. I want to get it mostly painted here. We're gonna just have to sketch out the golds like we've been doing. Get that frame done. Just adding a little white, teal, magenta. So, Repray is back from sushi. And just kind of carving in highlights. Yeah. Using semi-opaque, kind of wet. Oh shit, it's the Huff.
See you in a week. So stoked.
The Huff, I can't wait, brother. I get some strong man love in chat. For the Huff. About halfway to our goal to give away t-shirts. Over 50% because of the Huff. Let me get some love right there. Ready to do some hobbying too? A lot of people are excited. Huff. Just to do hobbying all week. He's like, I'm gonna be doing hobby all over the place. We got a minute left, guys. One spot left in the final four. We're halfway to our goal to give away shirts. Shout out to the Huff for putting us in that situation. Appreciate you, brother. We got the felt shield done on Fulgrim today. We got some airbrushing done. And Chaotic coming in legendary.
Word.
My man, Chaotic. I just sent you guys some gift bags today, too. I just sent out gift bags today. Done. Thank you, Chaotic. Putting some overtime on the clock. Huff. I can't wait to be hobbying. Replay or recoils, like just a good old time chilling with the bros and doing some hobby. I'm shocked by how many people like that's the draw.
You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty. Uh-oh. You gotta get swifty. Oh, yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
With a minute 27 left. And we just have to build up the highlights on that frame of his mask. Like we've been doing with everything. It's just magenta, then will be gold. As you saw, we did the workup on the tilt shield. Exactly like that. 71% to our goal. 1 minute overtime. Thank you so much. Chaotic, I appreciate you, dog. Added some white up here. $29 seconds left. Thank you, guys. There it is. All right, guys, let's set up a raid. Let's get this party started. I gotta go down and make some dinner. All right, guys, let's set up a raid. Where are we taking it tonight? Making some love in there for the supporters. Stephen Musket, Chaotic, the Huff, Rhea Prey. Thank you, Quail Daddy, for holding it down. It's updated. Where do you want to take the love tonight? Duff or Rottweiler, right? Lord Dog, much love, brother. Hello. We're doing it. Making some love in chat, guys. Bring the link, the girth, the positivity over to my man Rottweiler. I'll see you guys on Friday and Wednesday. I'll be off all next week. As always, until we meet again, play on, players.
Yo, dog, it's the beat slap, pain on the brain. Flow the heat, but my chaos won't wane. Trace the lines fine and brushing my hand. Not a scientist, but I got the plan. Wash it down like a hobo's dream.